Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Leo for January 2021. Guys, thank you for being here. You mean the world to me. Thank you for all my subscribers. I love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you feel like this is for you at the end, please feel free, hit subscribe. Join the journey with me and let me encounter your energy more often. It'd be wonderful to have you along the ride. Guys, keep in mind it's a general message, so it's not for everybody. Take what you feel resonates with you. Disregard, toss the rest, go about your day, don't dwell in it. But know that messages here, if they do resonate, no matter what they are, it's still up to you and your active free will, your grassroots evolution, and your choice to make a change. The steps you take, the chances you take in this world. And to me, that's personal freedom and personal power, so own it, baby. I'm going to take a moment calling my team of light and Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron to join us to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, and to deliver messages that are for the most far-reaching, but only for the highest good of those of us watching. So Leo, let's get into this. First, I'm going to start off with a message from Life Oracle by Mario Dugue, and these are kind of like nice little affirmations that might help throughout the month, or a little bit of a spiritual advice before we get into the cards today. So Spirit, what messages do you have for an overarching message for Leo? Guys, I'm being guided to tell you that time is fluid, so even though I put a message from 2021 on here in January, it may resonate from a different time that you've already experienced, something coming into your energy field, or something even past life. So just take it how it is for you again. So I love that this flipped out, and there's only one. Welcoming happiness. And this is a beautiful thing to welcome it, because we're doing it with arms wide open. I just heard in my head that Creed song from like the 90s, with arms wide open. I don't even remember the rest. I'm sure I do, but anyway. I'm going to read it to you. It says, welcoming happiness. Divine manifests in me. Divine love manifests in me, through me, and around me. Attracts all that I need for the greatest benefit of my soul. As I work to increase my inner light, I become the emanation of love and joy. Thus I reap the happiness and beauty of all that I have sown. And guys, Leo, you guys are pretty beautiful souls, and I'm sure you have a stockpile of abundance waiting for you. It's time to reap what you've sown. It's time to welcome in happiness. Again, with arms wide open. Into this world with arms wide. It's going to bug me now, the rest of that song. But I think it's important here, because remember that if you've been doing your inner work and you have been releasing a lot of the toxins to your mental body, your body, if you have been feeling, what I'm hearing, okay, is feeling this ascension journey, and if it's feeling like it's been rough, it's been a struggle, you've had to release a lot, you've got a lot of karma that you've had to purge, I feel like now is the time that you're reaping all the rewards for that. It's not easy, and what I heard was trench warfare, but to me what I also refer to it as is being in the trenches, because it's not easy. And one thing, especially when we're just starting to go through our spiritual awakenings, things seem so hard, and we have to go through so much, and sometimes we lose things, we lose people, we lose identities that no longer align with who we are, and it's time to rebuild ourselves and to know what we like, what we love, what we want to see more of, what we want to see less of, who we want to be, and what foot we want to step forward. And it's almost like I heard like this recreation process, because it is dropping the ego and dropping what's no longer, or what is misaligned to our current being. And I feel like when you're in those trenches, it's really difficult. What you got to keep looking at is one foot forward, whatever it takes. Like there's an Imagine Dragons song, whatever it takes to feel the adrenaline in my veins, right? I do what it takes. It's this point where if you have the word, I'm hearing sown, but it's not. If you have worked your way out of those, It's time to see the light, my friend. Daylight's over. There's no more flying missiles. We have done the work to come to a point where you realize that your life is beautiful, that all of those experiences, whether they were good, bad at the time, whether they hurt, whether they were happy tears, bad tears, whether they were wonderful moments, all of these things, they're great because they meant that we're alive, that we truly got to live and experience things in this world. And if we don't hurt, if we never go through heartbreak, how are we going to really appreciate when things come into our lives? There is also this idea as well as that there's a beauty in that hurt too, because again, we got to love. We got to care for someone. We got to experience something. That endings are not easy. Endings are never going to be easy, but you can even come to those with a love and a joy that you got to experience that. So in this welcoming happiness, I reap the happiness and beauty of all that I have sown. Can you guys say this with me? As I work to increase my inner light, I become the emanation of love and joy. Thus I reap the happiness and beauty of all that I have sown. I want you guys to believe this. I want you guys to look at the bright side in life, to look at the sunny side in life, to always look for the positives, to welcome happiness, and to know that we create this for ourselves. It's not something that can come from another. Other people can add joy to our life and add love to our life and add happiness to our life. But if we're not happy, when we're around other people, if we're only happy then we have something to work out within us. So this, I feel like, is really working. And if you've done the work, it's time to really remember that you're here for a reason, right? Look back on who you were and give yourself a pat on the back for how friggin' far you've come, my friends. And the bottom is I'm free. For some of you as well, as what I heard is like this is kind of like a codependency thing. But in this way, codependency is fear, duality, judgments. I am free. From now on, I am free of the duality, fear, judgments, and people that may prevent me from moving forward on my path to inner peace. And before I read any more, when we've been codependent, and this is in my definition, okay, it's where we're placing our self-worth in another's hands, where we need to have their approval or we need to have them for something, and we can't really do it for ourselves, or we convince ourselves we need these people, when in actuality we're whole and complete in ourselves. We don't need them, right? It's I think starting to learn to love people without attachments as well, right? And some of us, I heard, like, we may be learning our attachment styles. So I listen to my heart. The veil of my ego is lifted and a vision of my new life appears to me. I am focused on my inner growth and I remain steadfast in the energy of love. And under that, I just want to show you is the master of my life, and truth was underneath that, was stand tall and strong. You are the master of your life. We all have choices, okay? So for example, when we're feeling an emotion, we have a choice on whether or not we allow this emotion to come, to experience it, to feel it and go, okay, spirit, or okay, self, I felt that didn't feel great, or that felt wonderful, why was it here, and acknowledge it, make space for it, see why it was here, and release it, or we can hold it. And when we have thoughts that are coming from fear, or coming from judgment, or are that negative self-talk stuff, that's working to remove ourselves from happiness. This is really important because all that stuff, it prevents you from moving forward to inner peace. And I feel like there's going to be coming a point where you guys are just going to feel really at peace with yourself and really, really grateful for the people in your life. And I feel like there will be a point where at this point in your life, you'll only be surrounding people who are adding value to your life and not expecting other people to be your purpose, I guess is the way to put that. But if that doesn't resonate, don't take it. So I got the crystal mandala, or not the crystal mandala. I keep wanting to say that. It came up in my last reading I did, which was Aquarius. So for some of you guys, if you're looking to get a new deck for positive self-affirmations and self-healing, it is by Alana Fairchild, and it's called the Crystal Mandala Oracle. It's absolutely gorgeous. She has channeled Ascended Masters. She's using numerology and angels, and some really wonderful, I'm going to call it spell work, but it's not spell work as in, it is spell work, but it's done through positive affirmations. I think that's how we're going to put it. That learning to love yourself one step at a time and helping you to release all the stuff that tells you you're not worthy, right? So I have 2 cards that popped out, and this is not the Crystal Mandala, the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. You have the 2 of Coins. These were in the reverse, so we'll read them. I'm going to get clarifiers on what's going on, okay? This is the Moon, and when I bought this deck, I took the deck out and I shuffled and I said, why? What is the reason, right? And this card came out, and it's gorgeous, because what are they talking about? You're free of duality and fear. Thing is, a lot of us, maybe you're afraid of the dark side. You're afraid of this dark wolf, right? What's hiding in behind there? And we like to look at that as a separate entity than ourselves. But we are whole and complete, just like the moon, no matter what phase the moon's in. This could also be that there is some shadow work coming our way. Or that it's in the reverse because you have done this shadow work, honey. You don't need to go actively doing that. This is, if you get an urge or a nudge to detoxify, do it. This could also be that either you are, I heard withholding truth, but the moon is about things coming to light. And truth was there, right? That there is a real truth coming to light for you. And I think that it is that you're meant to experience joy and happiness as a top priority in this world. That every day we need to smile. Every day we need to find reasons to laugh and to be happy on this earth. And that this doesn't mean that if you're not happy that there's something wrong with you. It means that we need to actively, daily change our routine and change our schedule and do things that feel good to us to build ourselves back into happiness. But to free yourself of duality, but also to have this. For me, this also could be Gemini. I always think about Geminis with duality. I myself am a Gemini, and it is this light and dark. It's the flip side and the flip coin on everything, this twin-like energy as well. So, here with the veil of my ego being lifted, this also to me speaks of this kind of dark and white, this twin-like duality energy where the dark side knows all about the light. And in order for your light to shine through, we have to release this darkness. So this black wolf here with the white wolf, if you see, both of them are aware. Both of them are connected to spirit. For some of you, this may be like it's been a long time that you have kind of tried to dim your shine, is what I'm hearing in terms of spirit. Block out your psychic energy, block out your intuition, and block out the universe. And I think spirit's going, you can try, but we're still going to send you this energy, so use it how you will. I keep hearing as well with these wolves, that old tale about the 2 wolves, right? That we all have this light and this dark wolf within us, and they're fighting, right? And it's like, who wins? Well, whoever you feed. And that's the truth. If I focus on who I'm angry at, or if I dwell in negativity, hatred, greed, selfishness, right? All these things. If I do that, and I'm not seeing all the great in my life, and I'm coming from lack, first off, I'm spreading a whole lot of negativity out into the world. And second, I'm not loving myself. I'm not feeling very loved. And I'm more than likely feeling pretty dark, right? And what I heard is ashamed of myself, too, for feeling like that, right? Because sometimes when we get angry like that, or we feel dark like that, we don't want to feel like that either. This doesn't have to be daunting. This says, okay, if we trigger ourselves and we say, you know, this happened today, this feeling came up, this is what it felt like, to know that, thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to see where the healing needs to come. I heard a lot of you may want to have a healing bath as well. And the Two of Coins here to me also representing things not being in balance. There is... I also heard mirror image. So if you can see, there's a ship here, there's a ship here, but it's upside down, it's capsized. Other people in the past may have been able to capsize your boat or turn your world upside down, but I think that you need to remember that no one can take those winds from your sail, okay? That don't let them. The only way they can do that is if you let them. And this is where welcoming happiness and freeing ourselves are really, really important this month. The Nine of Coins, which is the Nine of Pentacles, and to me as well, this could be a few things. This could be a single person, so you could be entering into freedom, financially freedom, like in terms of no longer being tied to a relationship. This also, I feel like, is self-made though, and with the colors here, that there has been a following of your dreams and following of your passion to make this come into fruition. So for some of you, for sure, this could be like a business endeavor is what I heard. The bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. So there could be an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra in your world, a air sign. The Four of Cups is under here as well. So whatever it is, if this resonates as a person for you, for this Queen of Swords, it feels like a woman with the Four of Cups who is very, very guarded and protected of their heart. And oftentimes the Queen of Swords, she is a little bit more cold and callous, but she's hella loyal. She has, you see the dogs around here. Interesting as well that they are the black, I think they're the Labradors, or Hounds too, because they have those beautiful, if you know what kind they are, please comment below, I'd love to know. But they are there, there is loyalty, she trusts them, they trust her, there is love there. She does have the sword, and I feel like some ways it's for her own protection. And if you can see the ice around her, sometimes I'm a Gemini, I think I've said this in this video, but sometimes we get called Ice Queen, and there may be someone, if someone's wanting to keep their heart really close to themselves, it may seem sometimes that they're detached. And I'm feeling like if this is you, this is where it's like you may have felt like that in the past because you needed to feel free. But I heard, let your guard down, my dear. Let your guard down, because if we keep our guard up all the time, the light can't get in. So if there are things like secrets that are revealed to you, keep your loyalty, is what I heard as well, right? Be very, it's up to you who you divulge information to. It's up to you who you share your soul with, who you share your thoughts with. And I feel like this is also asking you to really think clearly here, though. Free yourself from negativity, free yourself from attachments and self-doubt and judgments of others, and see clearly in this situation. If you've been building something, what are you worth? See clearly into your worth, and to know that whatever creative endeavor you've been going forward with or wanting to do, don't listen to the people who tell you not to do it, because that's their fear, not yours. You're going to be successful in this if you put your mind to it. So I'm going to clarify with the Zombie Tarot. Advice going forward, please, Spirit, for the sign of a Leo. Leo, this also could be with this Nine of Coins and the Two of Coins. They're both sacral chakra. And then underneath that I can see this Nine of Cups, which is also that orange sacral chakra. And this is really moving forward with passion. So this card, and then I got the Four of Cups underneath. I swear I shuffled this, and Aquarius also got double Four of Cups with the Five of Swords. And you have under here the Five of Cups as well. Five of Hazards is what I pulled out of the deck. And this is about change, feeling left out in the cold. Major catastrophic events happening here that are forcing you to change the way that you're living. And we're living in some pretty crazy times right now. If you're going through economic problems or peril because of COVID, I apologize. I'm not even me doing it, but I'm sorry, We all have to go through some pretty crappy times in our lives, and they're here to teach us some things. What I'm feeling like telling you guys is try and be frugal, right? Figure out where you can save your money, making food at home, things that stretch our budgets, right? Different kinds of things. But this is asking us to be really, really resourceful. And having this Five of Swords here, there's 3 fives. Five of Swords, inner thoughts. Change is happening in the physical, and this is change. 555. Big time change is happening, and it's welcoming happiness. That those hard times you had to endure, it's time to free ourselves of these mental conflicting thoughts and to free ourselves of the thought that we don't have enough, okay? Because we can make it work. We have enough. Feeling left out and sad and feeling like isolated, those are thoughts that we have to let go of because they keep us in sadness and complacency. You need to keep this level head about you because you want happiness, right? And if you get too bogged down in all the things that are happening and think that the changes that are coming are going to be for the negative, you won't be able to see that positive. So focus on these in balance. I'm also feeling like yin-yang, right? Like the yin and the yang. And I heard the lovers, yin-yang lovers. But that to me is also like this moon in this particular one. This does remind me of lovers, 2 people in the judgment here. So there could be a Gemini connected, like I said already, to that. So this is the Keeper of the Light Oracle, and I shuffled and one fell out, and I'm taking one off the top. So you have Kathumi, and Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. And Diana with focused intention here. Think about what you desire. Set your sets high. Expect the best possible outcome. I hope that in your world you guys experience many, many blessings, and I hope that your eyes are open to them, that your heart is open to them, and that you're willing to experience them. One thing that I'm suggesting that you do is open yourself up to these changes. So some affirmations that could help is, I welcome the positive changes that are coming to me with arms wide open. Okay? So horrible Creed song, but open, arms wide open, knowing that when we focus our intentions on something, we can achieve the impossible. So, my friends, that's what I have for you. You already know the answer. Whatever this is, you already know the answer. Focus on the truth for you. Follow your heart. Be free of other people's judgments, my dears. And I will talk to you in a little while. Bye.